I had some issues setting up with Zoom, so we had a backup plan. How about that? Coming to you today from my home office. Kids are running around. We are here with 6 steps to an automated sales funnel process. If you can, grab a piece of paper, take a few notes, draw a little picture along with me. I'll be on the whiteboard today. I'll try to get it nice. Yo, it's live, said Paul. Yes, we are live in the Facebook Paid to Promote group. This training is built specifically for you with you in mind, business owners, anyone looking for automated processes, coaches, business to business, business to consumer, online sales in general, even offline marketing can be implemented in this process. So stick with me about 20 minutes. We'll go through the entire process. We'll hang out, have some questions, answers. We are in Zoom. If you're joining us in Zoom, please don't be offended, but I will mute you as you enter, and we'll get you set up to ask any questions here in about 20 minutes. Again, you may want a little piece of paper, but you don't have to take notes. All this stuff is part of the Paid to Promote system. You'll get all this information along with the Airtable, the drive to, it's just a spreadsheet, kind of organize everything. Got some cheat sheets for you, right? Sneak peeks I was showing you guys earlier. We'll make sure you get all that stuff. And I'm gonna grab, so why does this matter? Maybe I'll start there. If you want to chime in, I will have some questions here a little bit, kind of what strategy works best for you as we get into the first few steps. Again, it's just a 6-step process, 4 of which are automated, and 2 that really can't be fully automated. They shouldn't be, in my opinion. They aren't in this process that we're discussing. There's plenty of these designs online, but what I'm trying to give you is like a nice 30,000-foot view so you can implement this wherever you are in your business. Please excuse my tiny whiteboard. We're not too fancy around here. So what we're going to do is look at, you know, what these 4 automated steps are in particular. All right, that's a horrible funnel. I want to clean that up. So this is what we're going to do today. And how does it start initially? Welcome, everybody. Welcome, David. I'm muting everybody. Welcome, Greg, Bo, Corey. I see Paul, Taryn, everybody here, and Facebook as well. If you have questions. Hi from the Lego Club. My wife and 2 oldest are at the Lego Club right now. So living the dream, guys. And part of that comes with an automated sales process. So what we're looking at is 4 parts of these are going to be automated here. Let me widen this up for us. We got plenty of room. This one's really important. We'll get there in a minute. So a big part of this is really going to be getting people aware of our products. And so I wanted to, as we often refer to this, is in building relationships, we need to first get eyes on us. I'm a big advocate for, you know, the eyes analogy because it is getting attention on you, and there's different ways to do that, right? Maybe some of that's traditional pay-per-click advertising, Google AdWords, Facebook ads, this sort of thing. A lot of what my favorite is, and probably the reason you're invited here in this group, is like JV partnerships, venture partnerships, affiliate partnerships, ways to find people who will promote your products, right? I've built over the past 15 years online businesses, starting from web hosting, building infrastructure companies, growing teams of up to a dozen people of dedicated staff building software solutions or automation solutions. And so really that's a lot of what I'm looking for is the challenges of how to give this stuff away. So that's why you're here. I'll show you as we flow through the next few steps, you'll see this process outlined, and then we'll go in depth on a lot of the automation. So just bear with me for a few minutes and we'll go through this a little bit more. So more of that is stuff like publishing, right? Everybody is basically a publisher now. you're out there putting out blogs, right? They're on the news, putting out radio advertising. It doesn't matter. There's terrestrial advertising or writing content. The biggest this past 5-6 years has been blogging content to drive traffic to advertisers or to products, whether it's some digital marketing or whether it's some physical product. Even Google. As we move into the next, we can discuss, something like print. Even Google, when you own a business, will send you print ads and publishing material so that you'll get into this pay-per-click advertising model. And a lot of that's automated. So we'll discuss how that works. And I appreciate you being here. As we're looking at these, I do want to know which of these strategies is working for you if you are using some of these strategies. If you're not using some of these strategies, hang out with us for a minute. We'll go through it. And let me see if I can fix that light for you guys. It's got to be really helpful there. Woo. All right. Well, don't worry. I'll give you a digital copy of this so you don't have to squint and try to see what's going on the screen here. Let's see if I can pin this main screen for you guys. Are y'all getting this as the main screen? You guys here in Zoom at least? Alrighty. Thank you.
Yeah, it looks fine, man.
Thank you. Got a couple nods, got a yeah from Corey. All right, and so what I was talking about here is mostly how do we get the eyes into building these relationships. So a lot of us want to discuss, oh, we have a visitor, my son's here, the baby. A lot of us, a lot of people go out and discuss relationship building, whether it's in a business or if it's with a customer, or if it's with your girlfriend. It's the same nurturing process. You don't walk up to somebody and ask them to marry you, right? A lot of people come to me every single day and go, hey, here's my link, buy my product. Hey, I sell cars. Here's my link, come to the office, sign up, buy this car, get a loan today. All of this kind of stuff. Not necessarily going to work for someone like myself. Maybe it works for some people, but I've never got results that way. I see some automation going off on my phone right now. How exciting. So anyhow, what we want to talk about next is in that building relationships part, how do we get somebody into this, which is our automated sales funnel? These 4 steps are automated. This step, and we'll have another step down here at the end, are not fully automated per se. We need some sort of nurturing process that goes through that. Just like if you're dating, you want to learn about somebody. In my world, it's all, we want to provide the most value to a business relationship because I'm looking for venture partnership. I do affiliate marketing. I love finding products and connecting people with the best products. That's what I've done for 15 years, and that's why I'm showing you this kind of stuff, because this exact funnel is how I built well over $100,000 in revenue last year in a single vertical, a single industry, leveraging a lot of the system that's in the paid to promote system. So the paid to promote system is a blueprint, and we're working over the next few weeks to give you all of this in a 5-day Google document, right? A few folders, kind of work through it. We'll break that out into longer sessions as well for anybody who's interested. And the reason we're doing this is because it's fun, right? So how do we get someone to raise their hand? That's also a lot of what we're doing here. I want to teach people by doing it. It's intentional education. That's why a lot of us are here in the group together today anyhow. And we want to get people to raise their hand, right? And say that they are interested in our offer. So a lot of the time that's, people do a ebook or a free offer, free session, free coaching, free something, right? But most importantly, it needs to be fast. It needs to be something somebody can consume quickly. That's why even here in the group, to nurture our friendship, I provide some really quick white papers on maybe how to improve your email send automation, maybe how to gather contacts, how to send automated emails, blueprints, scripts, what to say, when to say, how to say it, what software to use, all this sort of stuff, right? So I want to give you a hand up. Someone did the same for me. It's that same mindset of let's do that with our buyers too. So not only does it need to be fast, it needs to be free. Can't read that anyway. I can't worry. It needs to be special. It needs to be something special. What I mean by special is it needs to be something catered to your audience. Fast, free, and special. This hand raiser or in the marketing industry, it's considered a lead magnet, right? I'm sure a lot of us in the marketing industry have heard that term a million times. A lot of us forget that to nurture that relationship with the ideal prospect, that has to be a special way of connecting with them that solves a problem. So in order to connect with the right people and solve a problem with the right people, we want to build a, we've probably all heard ideal prospects or persona profiles or things of this nature. That's important because that's supposed to be a hand. Don't laugh at me. Okay, you can laugh. We'll pretend like that's a hand, whatever. So the point that we get this hand-raising lead magnet is we want to eventually nurture people into that next stage of qualification. And I mention it as qualification. Really, I kind of prefer disqualifying people a little bit faster, like making sure that we have the right service, right vibe. I want to make sure that I'm the right person to help or work with somebody. And if that's not the case, that's a brilliant part of networking. A brilliant part of the system is you meet the right people and surround ourselves with the right people to make an impact in our business or in the businesses of our customers, especially for those of us that are coaches. Those of us that are business to business, usually our product is built to improve the business. So we want to do that from the start of the relationship before we start asking someone to marry us. Let's go out on a date, determine what it is they like, and nurture that relationship a little bit more. So in that qualification step, we are bringing this fast, free, special, specific offer that provides a solution for the problem that they may be experiencing. And it should be fairly closely related. If you've seen any of the fun challenge stuff that I've discussed in some of the daily sessions, we do this every day at 2. This Wednesday one's live on Facebook, but same link, same time, every day, 2 p.m. Central. Welcome around the world. Join us on Zoom. The process of taking that solution can be closely related to your product so that you are able to kindly ask for the sell and actually bring the value, right? So you've already determined, qualified this person based on the steps in your funnel, maybe their questions, maybe it's just getting to know people. My favorite thing, almost everybody here today has probably had a cup of coffee with me. We do a little virtual cup of coffee, spend 10 minutes determining what value we can bring to each other, and go from there. A lot of that raising of the hands here and moving that to solve problems, it needs to be fast and specific to that person's business, so that as we go from, I was gonna get over here and I didn't practice this before, guys, I apologize, but free to paid, right? In this one step here, we are taking someone here with the hand raising offer, and we're determining here if they are now qualified to go from a free offer to a paid offer. And at this point, if they've hit this next step in our funnel, right here, we've solved some problems, we've provided a valuable solution, and it needs to be a complete solution. Like there goes our Facebook stream. Sorry about that, guys. If you're on Facebook, I'll upload the recording. The solution needs to be complete. I made the mistake of putting out an ebook before where I gave out snippets online and tried to build up the audience that way. And it didn't nurture the relationship because the solution was incomplete. People got something, but they didn't know how to use it. They didn't really understand. Maybe in that same example, I should have taken the very most important part of that book and just gave that to people's business. So in hindsight, that stuff's easy to see in any sales funnel. So if you have questions, that's what the group is built for. We want to nurture these types of problems and find solutions to them. So if you're just joining us here, thanks. I think we might be back live here on Facebook. So thanks for dealing with the hiccups. This step here, right, this is our 4th step as we're moving into our core offer. Right, this is our core. We want to be able to have the qualification step from free to paid be closely related to our project, our main product, because at that point, we're able to take that core offer and make it a no-brainer upgrade, right? Let's say, does anybody have some let's say it's a digital course. If somebody wants to make a suggestion, I would love to take a suggestion. You're welcome to pipe up, but you're not required to.
Oh, good old my go-karts.
All right, let's say you have, that's a little specific because not everybody's gonna know what that is. Let's say you have a digital course on life coaching, right? If you say, I've got 5 ways to improve your life, that's not specific enough to solve someone's problem. So, 5 ways to improve lives of stay-at-home moms through better scheduling techniques or through better meditation techniques, right? And that's our free offer that we get out there. Then our core offer that's super related to that, where we teach people how to meditate through our life coaching process, that is going to be much more easy of a no-brainer, right? That's I love the suggestion, Bo, but I think that's a little bit easier of an analogy because it's such a broad one there. We want to take and do what is a no-brainer on the solution upgrade and a no-brainer on the price point. So here's a worthy note, common statistic, right? B2B sales no-brainer offer price is usually $150, $200. Thanks, Bo. Bo says great stuff. B2B is usually a no-brainer offer around $150, $200. That's the wallet opener, the first deal that you'll be doing. And a consumer product is usually $20 to $50, right? And what I find with other coaches and networkers when they're looking to find, like, let's say, one of my favorite things out there, and I laugh about it, and I'm not teasing you if this is your down, I'm teasing you, but coaches who coach coaches, right? That makes me laugh so hard, but it's so true. It's a big industry out there. But let's say that's the type of mindset. You're not going to want to, if you have a high ticket sale or you have a product that is highly complex that can't be conveyed and a simple software as a service or pay a small monthly price as a consumer that's a no-brainer offer, then what you need to do is do something like we're doing today. We need to take somebody into a webinar, into a training session, into a one-on-one consultation. And in an SEO business, I do it takes 2-3 hours of work to do a full SEO workup on somebody who's just interested, because doing that free offer begins to nurture the relationship and then build the trust because they're getting the value that's immediately implicated into their product. So as we're getting into those core offers, right, we get this no-brainer into our core offer. One of the most important things is to make sure there's one funnel, one of these per product, right? We don't want to mix a bunch of products into a sales funnel, into an automated sales funnel. And I'll get into that in here in a little bit when I bust out my other color markers. It'll be about 5 minutes, guys. So we'll begin to wrap what these 6 steps are, and we'll have a good idea, and then we'll talk a little bit more about some of the techniques to nurture people through these steps. If you're just joining us on Facebook, I see you guys here. Thank you for joining. Sorry if it's laggy. We do have the Zoom channel open. Anybody who is there and here, feel free to join using the Zoom channel. You can hit the events and join us here. Getting back to moving from our no-brainer, having our price point, we're going to get our check. They've ordered our core offer. Now they're into our core offer. What are we doing? Let's build out those examples of what does it look like to get someone to move through the sales process. Well, like I said, you'll want to have those closely related offers. We want to make sure that we don't stop at the core offer. This is probably where, and myself as well, I've been very guilty of this. This is where we stop. So we don't stop here. We want to get them into a simple upsell process. So we have our core offer, and maybe we have our other products, maybe what things that are higher return, such as in a web hosting industry, we provide some sort of main product like dedicated servers, but domain names we're not going to get the best return on. So as we nurture somebody through a relationship, we might want to provide SEO services or web hosting services or dedicated server hosting, this kind of thing, which is really one of my company's main core products. So, pardon me, I've got something in mind. I've been yelling at it for about a minute. Hey, little man. We got a superstar over here visiting us again. So again, these are upsells and opportunities. Sometimes this is going into JV partnerships. Sometimes this is building more relationships. And this finally brings us into that sixth step that's very important to the automated sales process. I think he's going to break in here. And that is nurture. All right. Don't worry, I can't read my own handwriting, but I will make you a nice digital printout of this. Hello. Okay, so in the nurture process, I really need a little bit more room. Let me just go ahead and we're going to say nurture here. And we'll draw this symbol. And I'll bring it a little bigger over here for us. Nexus. Let me get my son out of here for a second. We got a visitor. Hello. You want to say hi? Say hello. All right, let's get out of here, man. All right, I'll be right there. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so this is the most important part of this is the nurturing process. And what we're going to do here in the nurture process, like I said, nurture, is part content. So we'll draw a big C for content. And then we're going to have education and information here. Next time I'll get this worked up on the whiteboard, the digital whiteboard for you guys who are kind enough to be working with us, working with my excellent animation skills here. We've just had a busy day. So looking at this, education and information, right? And I keep this at about a 5. You guys, I'm upside down. Don't worry about me. I keep this at a 5-to-1 or less ratio. Some people do 8-to-1, but at least 3-to-1 on what we're about to discuss here, which is more of an invitation. I'll do an I. These are campaigns, right? So this is more of content, information, educational stuff that's capable of helping people realize the value of your product, realize the value of your relationship. And what we're going to do there is bring this into a cycle of nurturing through automation. And what I'm saying here is, and I'll kind of animate this a little bit for us, is like I said, we're converting people from free to paid. We're getting people to raise their hand. We're determining if they're interested in our offer. They are interested. They go from free to paid. Right, and then we discuss how we can better help their position in their business with no-brainer offers. If you don't know exactly how to phrase that, or you don't know what that is in your business, talk to us here. That's the entire point. I want to discuss that with you, with whether it's software as a service business product, or if you're direct mailing products, or if you're direct sales or network marketing, any of that. All of this can be repeated. It's reliable. Along with the paid to pro system, using stuff like this, an automated sales funnel, we can look and say, okay, well, let's say your business to business software as a service. All of these steps can be automated 100%. But let's say you're a coach, right? Or you're a network marketer or direct sales or something. Then this is auto, right? These first 2 steps, this you do a little work to get some eyes on you. Then you can get someone to raise their hand and go through a nurturing process of obtaining some sort of material and asking the question if they're interested in learning more or interested in receiving the benefit of your product. My favorite 7 words are you still interested in receiving the benefit of my product? Yeah, it's a lot longer when I don't put the name of my product in there. But are you still interested in receiving this benefit, right? Let's just ask people. And if they are, let's convert them to that paid. Now, let's say they give us the green light. Great, they go to our core offer. That's what all of us want, but that's about 3% of people realistically right now ready to buy our product. So my face is here, guys. I am here. Let's say that they give us, I guess I could break down my favorite 3 little concepts here, which are in any marketing process, especially a funnel, you're nurturing people through relationships, many stages of relationships. This is actually broken down into 18 stages, but I'm keeping it simple today. The 3 key components of the buyer's journey, as explained by HubSpot, if you're familiar with them, are awareness, consideration, and decision. So that I always consider a cycle. People are becoming aware of your product, considering it and deciding. People that are already using your product, using the core offer, are the most likely to convert into your upsells. They're the most likely to, I don't know if that's my sound or not. I don't know where that sound's coming from. They're the most likely to purchase more or purchase again from you. But let's say that we have given someone the free offer, they've raised their hand, and then we've got a yellow light. We've got, in the consideration stage, I want to give you another analogy, the stoplight analogy. We get a green light, we move to the next stage, right? That's here. We get a yellow light, and they're in that consideration stage. They haven't quite said no. Maybe we bring them into this nurture process here. Bear with me on that. So what we're essentially doing is taking them all the way to the information and educational stage, where the next few messages that we compose to them are either building relationships. Like I just met somebody here in the group who's a tremendous educator in the crypto space. And what he's doing there is very unique. And he immediately introduced me to like 5 people who had an immediate impact in my business and my life, just like that. It was incredible. And so that's a superpower that I'm striving to have. And these are some of the methods that I found my success in. So I want to share with you, right? So let's say someone gives us the yellow light. I kind of jumped the gun there. Let's take this back. They've given us the yellow, and they've said, hold up a minute. We're going to send them some emails, right? This is in the paid to promote. You'll see some scripts, right? A drip sequence. Maybe you use some sort of automation sequence here. Maybe use some templates or something like that specifically. But let's say they don't take any action. They basically hit a stoplight. That's where you definitely want to ensure that they are here in the nurture process, in the education process. And what we'll do is essentially every once in a while add a campaign. And what do I mean by campaign? Let's say they've already raised their hand to being interested in the free offer, and you know what this ideal prospect is. And when we get no's, we learn. We learn from those no's. We need to be respectful of the stoplight, of the red light, of the no thank you. But at the same time, we need to determine what action was it? Was it bad pay-per-click? Was it bad eye? Was it a bad hand raising? Was it a bad prospect? Was it not the right time? You know, those are simple questions. Those are cured and determined with measuring what we're doing in these steps, as well as having a follow-up strategy. So a lot of that is what I determined to call the paid to pro system. That is the Airtable, the free document with all the scripts, white papers, these tutorials. We'll continue these webinars for 2 more weeks on kind of high-level training overview, kind of 30,000-foot view, so that we can look at, you know, we're getting eyes on our product. We can determine, depending on our market, we can definitely automate this. These first few of getting the free offer fast, free, something special that solves a problem that is closely enough related to your product that it gets you into a free to paid offer through a no-brainer upgrade. You've already provided value. Now I want to be closer to you and get the additional value you provide. Or back it up. I'm not sure that I want to get into that that I don't know if I can, maybe it's not the right time. Maybe I need to wait till I'm paid, maybe whatever. Let's get you into that yellow light sequence, which is the nurturing. You skip right to this. Now this, as you get into the nurturing, opens up a green light. Oh, my drawings are so excellent. Believe me, I will give you a much cleaner version for you to follow. But these campaigns, essentially what we're doing is we're asking people to green light us back to this stage where they had initially given us the yellow light, and we put them into the nurture process. So again, we qualify by determining, usually through questions or segmentation of how they get the free offer into a paid offer. If they say yes, we get them into our core offers and nurture that through relationship building into upsells. Upsells are no-brainers that are easy to provide additional value based on your core products. These can even be given away sometimes as free products, depending on your industry or what it is you do. But again, all of this can be automated if you're B2C, B2B. If you are a coach or a network marketer or something like that, usually you're only automating the hand raising and the qualification. Where you get into the core offer is really in the relationship building. So we go directly from here into a nurturing relationship in that particular industry from my experience. Like I said, 15 years building websites, business development, network marketing, direct sales, automation. These are things that keep me up at night trying to solve those types of problems. I lost my cat. So if you have any interest in some of those things that we discussed, those 6 steps of building the relationship, getting the raising of the hands, getting to qualify your offers into paid offers, successfully selling your core offer through nurturing a relationship instead of let me in, buy my link, or buy my thing, hit my links, whatever. And then getting that into the upsell so that you can continue to nurture relationships that are in that awareness, consideration, decision-making stage. And if at any point someone gives you a green light, you intuitively know what to do in this simple, I'm just breaking it down to what the core steps are. And like I said, each of those steps, like let's say pay-per-click, right? We can break that down into, okay, well, let's do pixeling strategies or really highly technical things, or let's do retargeting or whatever. And the same goes with partnerships. Let's go for JV partnerships. Let's go, oh, you have a similar product, similar audience that maybe you would find value in my product. Let me email yours, you email mine. Let's tell them the products, kind of thing. As well, like I said, in every one of these areas, there's ways to really dive in and find where it can make the most impact in your business. That's what I am driven to do here. So if you have a few minutes, do hop in Zoom. I'm going to drop the invite on Facebook. So the few of you that are catching us there are welcome to grab a seat in Zoom. And I'm going to cut the video on Facebook so that we don't have the pressure of asking questions live on Facebook, being recorded, and all of that. So please, if you're here with us in Zoom, get your questions ready. I want to know, let's know what courses are you currently offering? What industry are you in? What company are you with? What are you selling? If you're comfortable talking about that. And if not, which of these strategies are you using that makes a difference for you? And let's see if we can discuss some ways to improve it. Here's my original notes. Here, I'll show you guys. All right, so here's the Zoom link, guys, in Facebook. I'm going to cut the live video. Happy to see you. See you at the top or to the left of the decimal for all you crypto lovers.